From the early days of the Cold War to the modern skies of the 21st century, a handful of Soviet-designed fighter jets have carved their names into aviation history. The MiG-21, known by its NATO reporting name, Fishbed, was one of the most widely produced supersonic jet fighters in the world. First taking to the air in the late 1950s, this small, delta-wing interceptor was fast, simple, and rugged. It could reach speeds up to Mach 2 and operate from primitive runways, making it a favorite for nations across Asia, Africa, and Eastern Europe. Its design philosophy was pure Soviet pragmatism, no frills, minimal electronics, and an emphasis on reliability in harsh conditions. The Fishbed became a symbol of Cold War aerial duels, seeing action in conflicts from Vietnam to the Middle East. It was inexpensive, easy to maintain, and lethal in the right hands, but its lack of advanced avionics meant it relied heavily on the skill of its pilot. Even so, its longevity is remarkable. Some countries still keep upgraded versions in service decades after its debut. If the MiG-21 was the nimble knife fighter of the skies, the MiG-25 Foxbat was the sledgehammer. Introduced in the late 1960s, the Foxbat was designed in response to the United States high-altitude reconnaissance aircraft, particularly the State Route 71 Blackbird and the B-70 Valkyrie bomber concept. With twin massive engines, the MiG-25 could reach an astonishing top speed of Mach 2.8, with short bursts pushing it even faster at the risk of damaging its engines. Built largely from stainless steel to withstand the intense heat of such speeds, it was an interceptor first and foremost, designed to climb rapidly, close in on intruders, and fire long-range missiles before turning back. Though not as agile as Western fighters, it was unmatched in raw speed and altitude performance for its era. Western intelligence initially overestimated its maneuverability, sparking the development of new fighters like the F-15 Eagle to counter what they thought was a formidable dogfighter, only to later discover the Foxbat was more of a straight-line sprinter than a close combat machine. The MiG-31 Foxhound followed as a direct evolution of the Foxbat. Entering service in the early 1980s, the Foxhound retained the high speed and altitude capabilities of its predecessor but brought a new level of sophistication. It was one of the first aircraft to feature a phased array radar, allowing it to track multiple targets at long range, even low-flying cruise missiles skimming the terrain. The Foxhound was built for endurance, able to patrol vast stretches of the Soviet Union's northern borders for hours at a time, and to intercept bombers or surveillance aircraft long before they could approach critical airspace. While it wasn't designed for tight dogfighting, its ability to launch long-range missiles against multiple targets made it a cornerstone of Soviet and later Russian air defense strategy. In fact, the MiG-31 remains in service today, upgraded with modern avionics and weaponry, still fulfilling its role as a high-speed guardian of Russian skies. Then came the MiG-29 Fulcrum, introduced in the early 1980s as a true multirole fighter. Sleek, agile, and with a powerful thrust-to-weight ratio, the Fulcrum was designed to counter Western fighters like the F-16 and F-A-18. It could engage in close-range dogfights with superb maneuverability, aided by advanced aerodynamics and helmet-mounted sights that gave pilots the ability to lock missiles onto targets simply by looking at them. The Fulcrum balanced speed, agility, and firepower, capable of carrying a wide range of missiles and bombs. It quickly earned respect among Western analysts who encountered it after the Cold War, and many nations still operated in upgraded forms. Unlike the MiG-25 and MiG-31, which were focused on interception, the MiG-29 could excel in both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions, making it one of the most versatile fighters of its generation. Together, the Fishbed, Foxbat, Foxhound, and Fulcrum represent a sweeping arc of Soviet and Russian fighter design, from the stripped-down simplicity of the MiG-21 to the high-tech intercept capabilities of the MiG-31, and the dogfighting prowess of the MiG-29. Each reflected the strategic needs and technological capabilities of its time, leaving behind a legacy that continues to influence fighter development and inspire aviation enthusiasts around the world.